Hey everybody, quick question. Are you enjoying Rick and Morty? No, I'm not enjoying it at all. You know why? Because your stammering ass is still speaking. Oh, all right, Rick. I'm a piece of shit, and I'm sorry.
He is super mean to Morty.
He is. He is
Super
so
mean.
mean.
Not a good role model.
Nope.
Not a good role model.
But okay, but it's still funny to see it because they're not real.
Oh,
they're
absolutely.
not. They're not real,
Yeah,
and that's why it's
absolutely.
funny. If this were like a live action show, and the two characters were like real human people,
Well-
like saying it to each other, it'd be a little more like, oh,
Well, not necessarily, because like in the show How I Met Your Mother, like the character Barney Stinson, Neil Patrick Harris's character,
oh yeah, it's
is
true.
It's hilarious in the show. If I knew somebody like that in real life, I probably wouldn't have anything to do with him, because the situations in the show they set up to be quite humorous. But
Well, yeah, I mean it's a comedy until they decide to get like so over dramatic it hurts.
right, but like,
I mean,
well, more like his random schemes of like, you know, putting out like the fake billboards and like scamming women into sex and stuff, or like,
oh yeah. Well, that's
or like where he's like the doctor giving the free breast cancer exams, and then he's like also posing as the lawyer to sue the doctor for the scam exams.
Oh my
and-
god. So
it's funny in the show. In real life, I would shoot that guy. I'm just saying. So I think a live action Rick and Morty would work, but in real life, Rick would be horrible, and I wouldn't have anything to do with him.
True, very true. It's just like, well, Barney, the one episode I did see, the first episode I saw, I watched it because Katy Perry was on there. It was back when she was like at her peak.
I forgot about that. She
Yeah,
was
the
like,
Oh Honey, where she was like she was so dim, like
she was somebody's. Was she Barney's cousin or something?
No,
Or Ted's
no.
cousin? Wasn't she related to somebody?
She was a friend of. No. She was Colby Smulders. I believe she was a relative of Colby Smulders. Either that or a really good friend of Colby Smulders.
I forgot.
Because it was in that she was just like Ted was just like, you know, I don't really remember her name, but the one name I remember everybody calling her was Honey, and she like introduces herself. Hi, I'm Honey.
Yeah.
And she's like, you know, my landlord is so trusting. He installed cameras all over my apartment just so I could feel safe. Oh, honey. And then there was another one. It's just like, you know, I had an audition the other day for CSI. I can't believe the producer also works at KFC just to feed hungry children. Oh, honey. And then there was another one that was just like, she was just like, I hope you know, I'm single now. And then Barney goes, oh, honey. And I'm like,
yikes.
And I'm like, oh, Barney, no. Because once
yeah.
Barney says it, and then Jason Segel and Colby Smulders are talking on the phone, and they're just she's like, you know how dim she is? She believed when Barney said that he was her first.
Oh dear.
And Jason Segel's like, oh, honey. It's so good. Like, some of the writing in that show is actually really funny. But then they just, like, you know, take a nosedive off of a cliff into Depression Town, and it's just like, well, how did we get here? Chuck Lorre, everybody. Chuck Lorre. Or Chuck Levine, which, don't call him that, or else you'll get fired. That's what happened to Charlie Sheen. That's all Charlie Sheen did.
It's called him Chuck Levine?
Yeah.
What is...
Well, he hates his last name because that's what his mother used to mock him for when he was a kid. It's like, she always told him, like, you'll never amount to anything. You're a Levine. You're never going to amount to anything. And I'm just like, okay, you fired Charlie Sheen over him calling you by your original last name. Because everyone wanted to blow it up and pretend like, oh, Charlie Sheen called him like a...
Whoa.
Yeah, but instead, no. All he did was call him by his original last name. He's like, whatever, Mr. Levine. And that was that.
Okay.
Hold on, quick timeout. New addition to the couch. Whoa, how did we get here? Seems that the camera has widened and we have a stranger on the couch. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like you all to welcome Nick to the couch. Nick is a friend of Heather's, before mine, of course. Heather knew you before I knew you.
Mm-hmm.
He is a singer in a metal band called Altergrave, and I recorded a live event of theirs. You might remember it. It was a while back. When was that? It was
It was last year sometime.
yeah,
Like the beginning of last year, maybe.
I think so. Yeah.
Wait, so is this gonna be your first reaction?
Yeah.
Well, he's been in live streams.
Oh, okay. Oh,
He's been
Well,
in
yeah,
live streams,
like-
but
I stream
That's
all the
fine.
time.
yeah, first
I was
reaction.
about to say, bless your heart.
Well, what a hell!
I ain't scared.
Well, he has seen Rick and Morty.
Yes.
How far are you?
I've seen all of it.
Oh
So-
man, then you're ahead of me.
And-
I haven't seen season 3. I
Okay.
completely abstained from
Oh.
season 3 when I knew we could react to this.
You're in for treats.
I've seen up
I've-
to season 2, episode 4.
The only thing I know about is Pickle Rick. It's because nobody would shut the hell up about it, and I kept seeing it all. I don't know the details of it.
Yeah.
But all I know is I'm Pickle Rick.
Yeah.
That's all I've seen.
I mean, this
Yeah,
show
the
is-
details are great. The details
I
are
don't
great.
know that this
God.
show, like, sometimes they don't really give context for things. Like, things just happen and you just accept it.
True. That's very
So
true.
There may not be a lot of context
That's
to that. I don't
that's sort of Pickle Rick, but there's a lot of context to Pickle
Okay.
Rick other than that. It's like
Okay.
it's one of those things. It's like it happens, and it's just kind of like okay, and then it's like a lot of stuff happens because of it, and you're like okay.
Oh God! All right, so we are now on season 2, episode 4, Total Recall. So for those of you who don't get the reference, Total Recall, the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie from the '80s that is almost a complete rewrite of the original book by Philip K. Dick. But hey, I mean, it was an Arnold movie, so it worked.
They had another one with Kate Beckinsale in it.
Oh yeah, that one was actually a little more
Yeah,
accurate. to
recent
the
one.
book. Yeah, but the way it was filmed was not the way it was filmed and edited was not as good. It was. I hate saying that because I love Kate Beckinsale. I love Lynn Wiseman as a director. I like Jessica Biel, and I'm okay with Colin Farrell. Colin Farrell's been in some movies that I actually do like. Anything by Martin McDonagh, that is. Which includes 7 Psychopaths, In Bruges.
Yeah.
Those two right there alone, to me, are just like the 2 best Colin Farrell performances I've ever seen. And I think it's because Martin McDonagh is the one writing and directing it, and Martin McDonagh has pretty much said, Colin Farrell is pretty much me in real life. So whenever I tell Colin Farrell to just come on set, I'm just like, just be me, man. Just be me. That's it. And
I heard knee, and I was like, well, knees are important.
So, all right. Rick and Morty, season 2, episode 4, Total Recall. Let's see what happens. Oh God.
The fun part is I don't remember any of the titles, so this like
Oh,
I've seen
you'll
them all,
remember
but
it.
I don't remember which episode it is. So
You'll
I'm excited to
remember
see
it
which one it is.
From the very first frame.
Probably.
I guarantee it. Here we go.
Yes.
Ah!
Emails.
Rick, I don't like glowing rocks in the kitchen trash.
Well, I don't like your unemployed genes and my grandchildren, Jerry, but life is made of little concessions.
You know what?
You're gonna land on your feet, Jer. Hey, someone's been spending too much time around glowing rocks, am I right?
Whoa.
Everybody just... Steve wasn't real? He's a real piece of shit. He's a big one. Somebody probably tracked it in last week on the bottom of their shoe or on a piece of alien fruit.
Someone?
We gotta keep an eye out for any zany, wacky characters that pop up.
Ooh, wee! Whatever you want, Rick. We're here to help.
Thanks, Mr. Poopy Butthole. I always could count on you.
Well,
This is actually one of my favorite episodes.
it's mine too. I love this episode so much. Oh, Mr. Poopy Butthole,
I
no.
know.
Yeah, there he is again. And there he is again. He's in every clip now.
Cool.
Mike, I think you officially
Dad, why does our house have
found
blast
like one of your
Trust me, man,
favorite
you don't wanna
things
know how many
you'd
answers
love to
that
have on your
question
home.
has.
Ooh, gosh, it
Blast
feels
shields.
claustrophobic. Reminds me of that time we all
It's like
got
the
stuck in
Purge
elevator
setup.
together.
Yeah,
Remember
pretty much.
that? After the
Except
Hawk
actually effective.
musical?
Yep.
Buttons don't work better if you hit them harder, and foam fists don't make you strong.
I know. Friends make you strong. I watch the same musical.
Why couldn't I bring my portal gun? Why did all the drinks have to be extra large? Oh, the Hulk, I just got that.
Just pee your pants. I did it the minute we got stuck.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, shame me. At least when I'm disgusting, it's on purpose.
Oh, y'all, we're gonna be fine. I've always... I'm walking here.
Oh, Italian stereotypes.
We really do
Holy
get into some
crap.
crazy situations as a family. Mostly when we're cooped up like this.
Nikki was the reason we found that old Nazi submarine.
Perhaps I'm biased, but if that story never happened, then I wouldn't still be the family butler. Dare to dream.
Wait.
And if Mr. Beauregard wasn't our butler, it's safe to say the family'd be in a hell of a lot of trouble.
No, don't flash back.
I like the Black Butler reference.
Don't worry, Jerry. We all the fire
Yeah.
department.
I've been
I
there.
won't come here anymore.
I don't want to go to the dance alone.
Then perhaps you shouldn't.
Oh.
Mr. Beauregard.
Shall we, Master Morty?
We shall.
Oh, wait. Don't leave. We're not letting
I-
photography rep to take a picture.
Okay, that makes it worth it.
Photography rap?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Everybody stop remembering.
What? What teenage girl has pictures of her family? It's not like we're Mormon or dying.
I will admit it.
Damn.
Here we go!
Well, that is terrifying.
I know. I'm horrified.
What's going on?
It's pop music nowadays, dude. There always has to be a rap verse. Always.
Summer, we're trying to sleep.
It was Tinkles. Tinkles?
That is suspicious. We're always hearing about this Tinkles character, but we never get to...
Hi, everybody. I'm Tinkles, and these are my friends.
Oh dear.
Oh god, they
Tinkles
multiplied
is real.
massively.
That means so am I.
Sorry,
Man, I'm sorry, Summer.
I was on the wrong side of the pitchfork on this one.
Okay, look, we shouldn't.
Rick, you love those barbecues.
What?
You love them. Hey!
Remember it, Rick?
Shut up, Hammer Eye. Shut up, Amish
Hammer
Cyborg.
Eye.
What is this, 90s Conan?
Remember the barbecue.
Hammer Eye.
Oh
You know what,
dear.
Sylvester? Took me my whole life to realize it, but I love barbecuing.
You're good at it, Rick.
Watch me, baby. I'm like Tom Cruise from Cuisine.
I want that
or whatever
freaking
movie's
apron.
called where he makes drinks.
Cocktail.
Yeah, check me out. I'm like Tom Cruise from Cuisine.
Cocktail,
Yeah.
Rick.
Is that what it's
Cocktail.
called? Cuisine? Hurry! Hurry, come with me. We can be rich, and we also all get to keep one, and we can play Nintendo games. Nintendo, give me free stuff. Okay, yes. Definitely remember
I do
doing
that too.
But also, I would never do
wouldn't.
that.
I wouldn't. I'm not gonna lie.
Overreact, Rick.
Oh man.
Maybe we'll see Chewbacca. I'd like that.
Oh yeah, this show goes there, man.
What are we doing?
Parasite's very creepy with their memories. Oh wait, he's not a parasite. My bad.
I don't
Sleepy
give a
Gary.
damn what else happens out
He's
there.
always been here.
Yeah, I know.
You and I are going to survive this, okay?
Wubba lubba dub dub, Ricky Ticky Taffy, bitch! And that's the way the news goes. Hit the sack, Jack. Uh-oh, somersault, jump. AIDS! And that's why I always...
AIDS!
Jump,
Just out of nowhere.
jump.
I wonder what the context of that one was.
Tastes bad.
Oh.
No jumping in the sewer. Burger time. Well, I remember you as a whiny little piece of shit, Morty.
Oh, the parasites can only create pleasant memories. I know you're real because I have a ton of bad memories of you.
Rick! Rick, help me, please!
Oh dear. Wow.
Asshole.
This is a jerk move.
That's such a jerk move right
Isn't that
there.
what you were trying to make me understand by yelling at me?
Yeah, Dadoy.
Oh, if Heather were here, she'd actually like that.
Everyone has bad memories of me. Remember that one time? We couldn't stop screaming.
Roller coasters aren't bad, Mrs. Refrigerator. They're thrilling. And you've been been a perfect companion to me my entire life.
Check this out! Get me out of here! Get me out of here!
Everybody back! If you're not a parasite, you have nothing to fear. So what about Summer?
Why am I always your go-to?
Oh!
Never go in my room again.
I cannot believe how accurate that is. My sister pretty much did the exact same friggin' thing to me, except she threw a friggin' D-sized battery at my head.
Ugh.
Mom, are you driving me to...
It's that lifted off the ground nut.
Oh my God, are
oh.
you drunk?
Oh, wow.
Woody, my wife coach.
You're what?
Oh, gosh!
Sweetheart, are you okay? I didn't
I'm gonna have a bruise! It's picture day!
It's not. Don't overreact. I can clean up.
I want the police to take me! Morty, give a gun to the lady that got pregnant with me too early and constantly makes it our problem.
Wow.
Stop, please!
I thought it was too good to be true that we'd have compatible kidneys.
Well. Let the massacre begin. Yeah.
Oh my God!
I thought you went to a concert!
Forgot the tickets! Why in the kitchen?
I do it everywhere! Stop shaming me!
What?
I hate you and I'm thinking about your friend Grace!
Master Rick,
Oh, I love this.
remember when you weren't going to shoot me?
I guess I did the butler. Ha ha! Does that scare
The butler did it.
I did it. It's a play on the butler did it.
Thanks, Ghost in a Jar. You always were good at pointing out potentially obscure comedy.
Oh. Poor Ghost in a Jar.
Get out here and help me!
They say you shouldn't do that! Just run!
Sorry, Jerry. We're real.
I'm a parasite.
Yeah, but you're real.
Oh.
I need time to forget about Sleepy Gary.
Beth! Oh my God! Oh!
Wait, but
Oh, Beth! Why?
I need an ambulance. There's been a shooting. My wife shot. My wife shot a longtime family friend.
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, Mr. Poopy Butthole.
Keep breathing. Look at me. What's happening? Look at me. Don't fall asleep. Is this what bleeding to death is? Oh, is this how I die?
Oh, jeez. Oh, my
Why
God.
would you do this, Beth? It's not supposed to hurt. I thought.
So, Mr. Poopy Butthole was not a parasite?
Apparently not.
Nope. Oh, it's not over yet. Look at Rick checking out the...
He's looking a lot better.
That's the way the news goes.
Wow.
Shut up, Rick.
So,
It's a good show.
does he come back? What are we supposed to do with that?
I mean...
He makes at least one more appearance, but I can't remember if it's in an actual episode.
I'm gonna say this. You should never count out a character, because a character that we saw last season shows up again, and I'm not gonna say what happens, but there's you know the story about comic books, right? Nobody's ever really dead.
Right.
Infinite possibilities. Infinite universes.
Well, I mean, I guess technically in this universe, Rick and Morty are dead because they got replaced with the Rick and Morty we're watching now.
Exactly. You see?
So they are dead.
Yeah.
not.
It's weird. They are and they aren't. It's the old thing. It's the paradoxal it's the whole paradoxal argument. It's like if it's like, you know, the argument of infinite possibilities. It's just like, in this galaxy somewhere, is there a rock that is shaped like your head? Exactly. Beard, nose, eyes, ears, man bun, everything. Is there? That
It's a nice
well,
rock.
given the possibility of infinity, yes. Yes, there is a rock out there exactly shaped that way. But there's also the possibility of multiverse as well. And if in that other multiverse, is that Micah an ultra statist communist?
Oof.
No, I know. These are the possibilities. Like, it's just like in season 6 of episode 1, where Rick and Morty switch realities. It's just like when Rick said, "What about the reality where Hitler cured cancer, Morty? Don't think about it." And it's true. Don't think about it, because when you start pondering the questions of the universe, you wind up getting lost because it's way beyond our comprehension and way beyond what we are capable of. I mean, I'm not saying don't ask questions, but at the same time, don't try and ask too many questions, because you're going to wind up talking yourself into a circle because of our understanding of the universe, of physics, of how everything works is so minute that we can't accept it. We refuse to accept it. Nobody wants to accept out there that we don't know as much as we do. It's hubris. I mean, that's just how humanity's always been. I mean, hell, at one point we knew the universe was geocentric. The Earth was at the center of the universe and everything revolved around it. But then later on, science proved that that wasn't true. That in truth we are we're a solar system instead of a impossible geocentric galaxy. I mean, that's just how things are, man. I mean, over time we're going to learn more and more and more, and attitudes are going to change on things. But overall, I mean, we're always going to be lost. We're always going to be lost in what is truly out there, because no matter how much we study, no matter how many things we think we know, we're never going to know everything. Ever.
Unless we make contact with an alternate species that we didn't know existed.
Well,
that
true.
has the method of implanting all of the knowledge into our brains. But that's if our brains can handle the knowledge.
Well, it's true. Well, our brains are only
clearly we're not capable of handling it, because I've seen Tom Cruise in some interviews.
And I've seen Charlie Sheen too. I have one mode, and it's Charlie Sheen. Yeah. Well, honestly, they actually did an estimation on how much the average human brain can hold in terms of data, and they showed it was 500 petabytes of data in terms of total storage, which is massive, because that's 5,000 terabytes. There's that right there has a 4 terabyte hard drive, and I'm nowhere near filling it up, and I put game after game after game on it. So in terms of the data that human beings on average can store, I think we can store a lot. It's just our comprehension of things is where we get lost. It's just like when people have never seen fire before, but yet they see fire in the wild. How did it get here? What happened? Did something sprout from the ground, or is this thing alive like me and does it want to hurt me? I mean, aliens. Exactly, aliens. So who knows, man? I mean,
to believe.
Of course, we all want to believe, but yeah. In terms of how Rick and Morty makes you feel, with the existential humor that they throw in, just all the character that you've never met before, but then all of a sudden, boom, they get shot and they're real. They presented you with a scenario that pretty much painted it as though, no, he's not real because we've never seen him before. But lo and behold, there we go. I mean, it's strange how this show functions and how its humor works. But it works so well because Justin Roiland and his writing staff are just so good at this kind of stuff. Dan Harmon, too. I mean, Roiland and Harmon both are geniuses when it comes to... And apparently this show reverberates with a lot of people because they just ordered 70 more episodes.
Wow.
From Roiland and Company. So, and Cartoon Network is going in full hog on this show. They're giving them so much money to produce episodes. So... And given the plot lines that they've covered, I mean, who knows how far down the rabbit hole we're going to go with Rick and Morty. I mean, it may get to the point of where we get, they shrink themselves down to, a string size, theoretical string size. And they all of a sudden just go and they pluck a string and it destroys everything because of how string theory works. Is if there's one point of failure, there will be an infinitely expanding singularity, and it will happen so fast that we won't even be able to comprehend it. Everything will just go black. Like that.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? They may do that just to destroy a universe, or to destroy a galactic possibility that they have to. Like, for instance, this galaxy has figured out how to make portal guns that can go to the different alternate realities, and they want to take all of them over. And it's like, how do we stop them? Oh, kill them all. Oh, how are we going to do that? Oh, let's just cause a massive singularity that destroys everything in that galaxy. Okay, let's do it. Ping, done. And honestly, the possibilities are endless with this show.
Yeah, I mean, literally, it's like infinite realities, infinite possibilities for comedy and situations and stuff. So
oh yeah,
that's why I think it's a neat concept.
And you also have two characters.
Have you guys seen Interdimensional Cable yet?
Yes, we saw the first one.
Yeah, because that was one of my favorite ones because it's just like I had never thought about just all the
thoughts
goofy thoughts about different realities like that. And I was just like, that's genius.
Yeah, like the Die Hard where the entire cast is all corn.
Yeah,
that was hilarious. And also Anson My Eyes Johnson.
Yes,
like I'm Anson My Eyes Johnson, and Anson My Eyes Johnson. Upholstery. We have all sorts of stuff here, but I can't see it because I got ants in my eyes. It may be this price, maybe that price. And you know what? I have no sense of feeling or anything whatsoever. So I may very well be on fire and not know it. And he's on fire the whole time, like throughout half the thing. He's like, so yeah, come on down. Take everything. I don't care. There are no prices. Take it all. Oh, gosh. I got to go.
Yes, so, the fact that they like ad-libbed all of those scenes too was just great. That was just them sitting there basically bouncing ideas for weird dimensions that have TV shows.
Well, that's Justin Roiland just being himself. I told Micah about this, but Justin Roiland crank called Joel Osteen's megachurch in Houston, and he was pissed that Joel Osteen wasn't letting people in, even though the megachurch was perfectly fine, during the massive hurricane that was down there. And he had like a 20,000 seat arena that was all his, that he could have let people in and been a helping hand and showed all that. He calls them up and just like starts ripping into Joel Osteen on their messaging. So, he left them a message. He's like, "Yeah, Joel Osteen, you're a bitch. Just want to put that out there. I mean, you got that massive thing that your God paid for or whatever, and just you're a dick, man. I'm just putting that out there. Okay, all right, I'm done. Goodbye." Hangs up.
Should have called him and been like, "Joel, this is God. I need to talk to you about your actions."
Actually, should have had him call.
What?
Because we keep saying he's Coffee Shop Jesus, even though we're just playing around when we say it. But honestly, I'd probably like done the voice simulator thing. Should be like, Joel, this is God.
Yeah.
What are you doing? I gave you all of these things so you could share them with people, not be a total dingus. And then all of a sudden, Michael Jackson chimes in. It's like, yeah, that's right. Totally. Come on now, Joe. Open the door.
Just took a very strange turn.
When does it not? Come on.
Of course, to be fair, with what we learned today, I'm just expecting Mr. Poopy Butthole to walk around the corner and sit down on the couch and start reacting with us.
Like, so all of a sudden he comes and he's like, "Oh, wee, Rick." And it's like, "Oh, you're not Rick. Who are you?"
Just so we're clear, I'm with Beth on this one. If Mr. Poopy Butthole walks in here, I'm shooting him.
Are you armed?
I'm just saying, I'll find a gun and shoot him. If a little yellow man walks in here out of nowhere that I've never seen before and we're just supposed to be cool,
ain't happening.
I'll be scared because he hasn't seen me before, and he's gonna be like, "You're not really either, are you, Nick?" Yes.
That's the whole thing. It's just like, do we know you? Wait, you've been a friend to me my entire life. Oh wait, no,
exactly.
You haven't. Exactly.
I've been here the whole time.
Oh, wacky characters, aren't we all?
Remember our third grade field trip, Nate?
What?
Remember
No.
our third grade field trip?
No. Oh, all right. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for Rick and Morty. This was season 2, episode 4, Total Recall. Michael, what did you think of this episode?
It was pretty crazy.
Oh yeah, it's one of my favorite episodes, and Nate, you said it was one of your favorite as well. So yeah. So honestly, if you all like this episode, let us know down in the comments down below. No spoilers on any more of the episodes coming up, because if there's people out there who haven't seen it like us, we don't want them to be spoiled either. And if you are watching this in full on Patreon, we appreciate your support. And for those of you interested in checking this out fully, check out our Patreon down below. And until next time, signing off, I'm Nate.
Micah.
Nick.
And we will see you later, everyone. Peace out.
We'll probably just wait at the wrong spot. Camera's over there.